moving on. This is kind of the last concept. No, it's not quite the last concept in this video. But I want to introduce this concept of homeostatic set point. Okay, so as you can see here, the set point is a desired value for a particular variable. Okay, looking at this graph here, you can see that we are looking at body temperature. Okay, and this is some weird organism that prefers a body temperature of 30 degrees Celsius. That's not us because we like 37 degrees, but whatever. This organism likes 30 degrees Celsius. Okay, what you can see is, well, first of all, the set point for temperature in this organism is 30 degrees Celsius. Okay, and that is shown in red here by this red line. Okay, so that's the set point. That's the value that this organism wants its body temperature to be at. Okay, what you can see in blue here on the graph is its actual temperature over time. Okay, and you can see that, you know, in your normal day-to-day activities, that's going to fluctuate a little bit. You're going to go a little below 30, a little above 30. That's naturally going to happen because of internal and external processes that are happening. Okay. And in this shaded blue area is sort of the acceptable range, right? So it's okay if you're not exactly at 30 degrees Celsius. If you go up to 31, if you go down to 29, that's okay, okay? But what happens when you go beyond that, right? So if we go down here past 29 degrees Celsius, what's gonna happen is your body, or this organism's body, is going to do something. It's going to take some kind of action to bring that temperature back up to its set point, okay? And likewise, if you go up above 31 degrees Celsius, that organism is going to react. It's going to turn on some kind of response that's going to bring it back down to 30 degrees Celsius. Okay, and of course our responses are not perfect, right? You can see that we can overshoot, in which case we will then respond back in the opposite direction. Okay, so I want to close with, I believe this is the last slide of this video. How do we bring our variable back at set point, right? Back to its set point, right? So our temperature is out of range. What are the characteristics of our response to that out of range temperature? Okay, so that's what's shown here. We use what's called a control system. Okay, it consists of an input signal, integrating center, output signal, and response. Okay, let me sort of talk about each of these in turn. So basically the input signal is going to be your variable, right? So if we think about the example from the previous slide, our temperature is going to be out of range. That's the input signal. It's like, hey, our temperature is out of range. We need to do something about this, right? That signal is going to be sent to some part of the body that's going to kind of register that and decide what to do about it, okay? So that's the integrating center. The integrating center is the part of the body that's going to respond to that disturbance, okay? Then what's gonna happen is once the integrating center decides, okay, well, our temperature is too low, we're gonna need to start shivering in order to generate more heat. That's going to be the command, right? It's going to decide on a command to send out to the rest of the body, okay? And that's the output signal, okay? So that's the command to change something, okay? And then finally, we have a response, right? So in this case, the response would be that the body heats back up. Well, the body shivers in order to bring temperature back up, right? So that's the response, is that the variable is brought back to the set point, Okay, and we're going to be expanding on this concept in the next video. Okay, all right, so that is the end of this video. So just to sum up, for this topic, homeostasis and homeostatic set point, this is just sort of to guide you in your studying, right? So the learning goals for this part of the lecture is to understand what homeostasis is and why it's important, and to know what a set point is, okay? And then here's your vocabulary: homeostasis and set point. Okay, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed your very first lecture video for this semester. There are a few more for the September 1st class meeting, so make sure that you watch those. All right.